A massive WrestleMania 41 moment has now led to some serious fear in regards to some legal action being taken against the WWE. We got to talk about that and some of the details surrounding that story because that is absolutely insane. Plus, we're going to talk about WWE and a huge announcement that they've made. And we got some more details on WWE buying AAA. And is it going to be called NXT Mexico? All that good stuff. Everything you guys want to know. We're going to talk about it right here on the Ango Show. Let's get right into it, baby. Okay, everybody, I want to kick things off with the WWE announcement. Money in the Bank has officially been announced, and what is even more insane is that it is taking place on the same exact day as WWE Worlds Collide. So that means two major events on the same day. We have Worlds Collide, which is going to be an event featuring WWE, NXT, and AAA. And then in addition to that, Money in the Bank will take place. This is all happening on June 7th. Now, this is where things get a little bit more interesting because they're relatively close to each other. The NXT Worlds Collide WWE event is going to take place at 3 p.m. Eastern. So 3 p.m. Eastern at the Forum in LA. And then Money in the Bank will follow that pay-per-view at the Intuit Dome. So this is WWE. If you guys didn't know, the Intuit Dome was the place where Raw on Netflix debuted. Yeah, this is WWE basically going all hands on deck. And I think it's actually a great idea. Now, the real question is, who is going to be utilized? How are they going to be utilized? And how are they going to put this card together for Worlds Collide? How are they going to introduce some of the talent from AAA? How are they going to, get the stories crossing over between main roster stars, NXT stars, and AAA stars? That's the thing that I'm really curious about. And then with Money in the Bank, I think the real question there is, how do you go about delivering Money in the Bank in a way where, the Forum is a little bit of a smaller arena. Obviously, the Intuit Dome is a little bit of a bigger arena. Are you going to go all hands on deck with Money in the Bank? Are you going to go all hands on deck on both? Like, is this going to be more of a showcase for NXT? That kind of thing. I think there's a lot of questions. Now, personally speaking, I'm excited about this whole thing with AAA. I'm excited about WWE doing Worlds Collide on the same day as Money in the Bank. I kind of like the idea from 3 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m. WWE is just going to go back to back. And the reason why I say that, by the way, is because if I could be honest with you, I watched Stand and Deliver. I watched WrestleMania. We got it all out of the way on the same day. It just worked out a little bit more in my favor, personally, from a viewing habit. That's kind of why I'm bringing it up. I'm excited about it. Money in the Bank being at the Intuit Dome, great venue. Shocked that they're not doing a stadium, but yeah. Speaking of AAA, we should talk about this. Some more details, because WWE put out a press conference, a press release, and there's a lot of talk about AAA. A lot of people are curious about what's going to happen with AAA. Obviously, Triple H is talking about AAA. We got the announcement. Basically, the deal is expected to close in Q3 of 2025. There's no reason why this deal shouldn't close. I think everybody is kind of ready to see this. WWE, as part of TKO Group Holdings, has officially announced its acquisition of the leading Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA in partnership with Mexico-based sports and entertainment holding company Philippe. The announcement was obviously made during the kickoff show. WWE featured El Hijo del Vikingo. Great announcement. Everybody's excited about it. Their first event under the WWE umbrella will be considered the Worlds Collide event, like premium event. WWE, though, it's interesting. In this press release, it says, AAA has been a family-operated promotion for over 3 decades, and our trust cannot be better placed than with one of the biggest sports and entertainment companies in the world. That was a statement from Dorian Pena. Basically, WWE is going to be doing a lot of stuff with AAA, but the real conversation now becomes, do they keep the name AAA? And so there's a lot of people who are surprised about this. I kind of want to talk about it. WWE is currently actively discussing a plan to rebrand AAA under its own development system, possibly as WWE NXT Mexico. This is according to a new report from Cultaholic, and it was noted that this is just one idea being talked about and nothing is final yet. That's according to the sources who told Cultaholic. However, it is already causing a major uproar because, well, AAA is a family-owned business. It's been around for 3 years, over 30 years. And a lot of people in AAA were actually really, really surprised about this. A lot of people didn't think this was going to happen, at least according to Sean Ross Sapp. He talked about that on the post-WrestleMania show. So this kind of thing was rumored, obviously, for years. We all kind of known that. TKO, we didn't really see TKO getting involved in buying companies yet. Nobody was sure if that was going to happen. Now the question becomes, do you change the identity of AAA to WWE NXT Mexico? Like, what do you do? I think WWE has a lot more tricks up their sleeve. I'm going to say this. I believe NXT Mexico and NXT Japan will both exist by the end of 2026. So if you're doing WWE NXT Mexico, that means AAA is going to have NXT belts, like we'll see. They're going to have to rebrand this, right? Like that's the question. Do they rebrand it instead of the Mega Championship? Do they do the NXT Mexico World Championship? Like what exactly is their plan here? WWE will have to let us know. But this is crazy, man. It's a very crazy deal. And I don't think a lot of people actually saw this coming. And that brings us to the WrestleMania 41 situation. We saw Stone Cold Steve Austin hit the barricade with an ATV. We see some lady flopping. And a lot of people are calling bullshit on this, to be honest. I think from the angles that I've seen, I don't really know what to make of it. But WWE did send Nick Khan to the fan in attendance after Stone Cold Steve Austin hit the barricade with the ATV. Now a lot of people believe that WWE is fearful of some legal action being taken against them. Obviously, that makes sense when you see Nick Khan coming to her aid. A lot of people may have missed it on camera, but it was on WrestleMania. It was on the card. It was on the show. It did not get edited out when you're watching live. So you can see Nick Khan running to the aid immediately. Obviously, WWE is fearful of some legal action. The way that I look at it, I kind of looked at this as some fluff because the barricade got hit, but she didn't get hit. I didn't see her get hit, at least according to the footage. So maybe Nick Khan ran over there and was like, hey, like, we're sorry about this. Accidents happen. Hey, we'll give you free tickets. We'll give you this. And that makes sense as a business. You want to make things right, and you don't want to deal with a lawsuit on top of that. But Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out there, man. He announces this attendance, and just maybe it was a little bit better for the fact that he wasn't chugging beers on camera before that happened, because maybe that's a whole different discussion. But Stone Cold hits the barricade with it. I didn't see the barricade. I didn't see the barricade hit her. I didn't see the ATV hit her. I just thought it was a very strange situation, but listen, man, WrestleMania 41, a lot of people have their own opinions on it. I enjoyed the show. If you guys enjoy the show, let me know what you think. Some people are saying that this was a very, 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 very telling moment. Maybe the ATV hitting the barricade was kind of like how some people view the crash of the main event. I don't know, but you guys can let me know what you think down below.